Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's go to the next verse. Please repeat. Kamasya nendriya pritir Labo jiveta yavata Jivasya tattva jigyasa Narto yascheha karma bhi. So this next verse continues the same line of thought. Life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Nothing else should be the goal of one's works. So, several things here. So, first thing, what separates a devotee from a non-devotee, this first line. A devotee does not live for sense gratification. That's a karmi or non-devotee. They think simply eat, drink, and be merry. That's all. But a devotee says, no, no, no. What is it there? One should desire healthy life. So two kinds of health. Physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. Even Prabhupada taught us, health is first. So yes, the body is like a what? Like a car or a machine. You don't take care of your car, you're not going to go to work. You're not going to go anywhere. So we take care of the body. We feed it, clothe it, give it attention, get sufficient rest. And our doctor is here. You also need mental health, right, Dr. Dullo? Huh? Yes. You also need mental health. So both is there, gross and subtle. But there's also spiritual, the soul health. That is also essential. If you just take care of the body and the mind, that's not enough. That means you're taking care of the cage, but not the bird in the cage. The bird is the soul. Because in the Uddhava Gita, Krishna says there are two birds living in the tree of the body, the Jiva soul and super soul. So you got to take care of the bird in the cage, you. All right, so Prabhupada used to teach us, simple living, high thinking. So, as it says here, self-preservation. Yes, you should take care of yourself, live decently, live nicely, comfortably, but it doesn't stop there. Since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Not just, I go to temple and I perform the various Hindu ceremonies. No. Inquiry about the absolute truth. That's beyond all these religious rituals that most people don't even know why they're doing them. I do it because Grandma taught us. But why are we doing it? I don't know. Because if I don't do it, Grandma's going to beat me. No, you should know what you're doing. That's what Prabhupada impressed upon us. That's why Prabhupada insisted there had to be 2 classes a day in the temple so that you know what you're doing. Not that, we do it because Prabhupada said. We don't know why, but Prabhupada said, so we're doing it. No, that wasn't good enough for Prabhupada. You had to understand the philosophy. Yes. That's why you have to study. I'm going back to that point. If you don't study the philosophy, you don't know what you're doing. So, inquiry about the absolute truth, which is the very beginning of the Vedanta Sutra. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Atato, now that you are a human being, here's your main business. Discover the absolute truth. Yes, you have to work. Yes, you have to go to school. Yes, you have to take care of your family. Yes. But that's not all. You have to make a serious inquiry about who is God, who are you, what is this material manifestation, how does it all fit together. One should not remain in ignorance. So absolute truth. And Bhagavatam is the natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra by the very same author. So it's not a surprise that here Sutta Goswami is saying a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. That's why you're here tonight. If you were not meant for inquiry in the absolute truth, you'd be home watching television or doing something else. But obviously, at some level, you've understood this. Because, I'm not supplying you sense gratification. The only thing I'm offering you is knowledge about the absolute truth. Then Sutta goes, nothing else should be the goal of one's works. He's very strict on this. In other words, don't fall into Maya. Don't get sidetracked. Don't get distracted. Stay fixed on this. All right, let's continue. One of the biggest verses. Please repeat. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. Please repeat. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So somebody who has accepted that the ultimate goal of life is inquiry into the absolute truth, that's a transcendentalist, as opposed to the non-devotee or gross materialist. For instance, Hiranyakashipu was not interested in knowledge of the absolute truth. And his son called him out on it. What was his name? Hiranyakashipu. What was he interested in? Women, wine. That's all. Ravana, what was he interested in? Women, gold. Right? Kamsa, what was he interested in? Setting up a United Nations of demons. That's what he was interested in. But a transcendentalist is someone who is pursuing the absolute truth. Yes, you can get a job, but at the same time, side by side, pursue the absolute truth. Isn't that what you have instilled? What's that? Yes, that's part and parcel. Alongside inquiring to the absolute truth, you also have to give it out. So it's a non-dual substance. Material world is dual. Water and the sound water, two different things because it's dual. Whereas the sound Krishna, because it's non-dual, is Krishna. You get that? The sound Krishna is Krishna, but the sound water, if I keep chanting water, 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 I'm just going to get more thirsty. But if I chant Krishna, 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 I'm starting to realize. So it's one absolute truth, but realized in three features. All pervasive Brahman, okay? Paramatma, Krishna in the heart. How many hands? Thank you. And then Bhagavan, the personality. And there are unlimited personality, 6 kinds of avatars. But later in the next chapter, who is the last word in Bhagavan? Huh? Nobody knows? Krishna. Well, you got to say it. Everybody. Otherwise, you got to go back to Bhagavad Gita. That point has got to be clear. The last word in Bhagavan is, because you will read in Bhagavatam, sometimes Indra is addressed as Bhagavan. Yes, you'll find that. Sometimes Narada is you'll find as Bhagavan. But does that mean Indra is as good as Krishna? Sorry. No, he's not. So that there's different categories of Bhagavan. That's why we say Purna Bhagavan, full, complete Bhagavan. And that is who? Thank you. Now we can go on. Next verse. Please repeat. Tat Shraddhana Munayo Jnana Vairagya Yuktaya Pashatyatmani Chatmanam Bhaktya Shruta Grahitaya. So, look at that word again, Jnana Vairagya. We've already seen that before in this section. Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and detachment from the material world. Let's see what it says. The seriously inquisitive student or sage. So that's the qualifier. You have to be serious. Prabhupada says that's the only qualification to advance in spiritual life. Are you serious? You'll make advancement. But if you're hanky-panky, if you're loosey-goosey, you're not going to make advancement. You have to be serious. That's all. Okay. Oh, look at this. Well equipped with knowledge and detachment. So you have some equipment. Like I have so much equipment we pack away. So for the serious student, what's he equipped with? Knowledge and detachment. He realizes the absolute truth. How? By rendering devotional service. Conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is what? Devotional service. So so Bhagavatam and Gita are going to say the same. They're not going to contradict. Sutta Goswami is telling you, you want to realize this absolute truth? Here's the process. And now, in terms of what he has heard from the Vedanta Sutri. So it has to be learned from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So you have to study the books. Kids have to read the books. Okay? Gita, Bhagavatam, Nectar of Devotion, Krishna book, Chaitanya Charitamrita. You have to read the books if you want to be a serious student of the Absolute Truth. These books are the books of the Absolute Truth. They're not mundane books. They're not like Harry Potter. No, these are serious books. A lot of times people don't want to read them. Why? It's no fun. Yeah, I know it's no fun. It's not meant to be fun because you have to be serious. If you want, Kamlesh, if you want to be able to write computer code, is it fun? Yes, but you have to learn all this technical stuff. Most people, it gives them a headache, right? So what to speak? You want to realize the absolute truth? You've got to crack the books. You've got to study. I can say it. I do it every day. I spend hours every day preparing. Because if I don't, you guys will eat me alive. So I have to be ready. So when you come with this, no, boom. But Prabhu, what about this? No, boom. To be ready. Mama said, knock you out. Okay, let's continue. Atak pumbir dvijasresta varnasrama vibhagasha Svanushthitasya dharmasya Sangsidhir haritoshanam. So look at that word, Dvija Srestha, best of the twice-born. A Brahmana, a devotee, is twice-born. First birth is by mother and father. Second birth is by, some places will say, when you study this Vedic scriptures, but that means you have to accept the spiritual master. So second birth means by mother Vedas and father Guru. That's your second birth. You're given a new name at initiate. Just like when you're born, you're given a name. But you took second birth, you were given a name. Meenakshi Bradarani Devidasi. Or Gopika Devidasi. Or your brother, what's his name? Yeah, Dasa. He was given a new name, a new identity. Just like, you see it all the time. When they enter the witness protection program by the FBI, they're given new passports, they're given new identities. And they have a whole new life now. Now you're Elmer Fudd. What? Yeah. To enter that witness protection, you start with a whole new life. So when you take birth from Vedas and spiritual master, you're starting a whole new life. Nick D'Angelo, he's gone. He died in 1974. Nick D'Angelo. He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. Now, new birth. Narantaradasa. Haribol. And then this last line. Sangsidhir Hari Toshanam. Everybody say. That means Hari Toshanam. Pleasing or satisfying Hari. Everybody say. Yes. Let's see what this says. O best among the twice-born. So, Sutta is speaking to the sages of Naimisharanya. So they're all high-class Brahmins. They're not materialistic Brahmins. They're interested in performing sacrifice for 1,000 years. They must have been pretty serious. We can hardly stay awake for one Bhagavatam class. And they're sitting to hear Bhagavatam for 1,000 years. That means they're pretty serious. Right? Just like Bhagavad Gita Mahayagya. Not everybody stays for the whole thing. Because staying for the whole thing, you got to be determined. You got to be serious. It's no joke. 4 hours. Swaha, swaha, swaha. Okay, O best among the twice-born. It is therefore concluded, the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, orders of life, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Unfortunately, there's no bachelor ashram. You got to fall into one of these four. Yes. Hint, 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 on behalf of the mothers. Okay. Yes. For according to is to please the personality of Godhead. So that is the highest perfection. Like Prabhupada used to say, if you can offer something to Krishna and he accepts it, your life is perfect. Every day you're offering to your deities, right, Gopika? Every day. Meenakshi, you're offering every day, right? Just think, if one time Krishna actually accepts it, you've done your duty. Yeah, but you don't, yes, he does, but that's not how we should think. You know how Prabhupada taught us to think? Prabhupada taught us like this: my dear Krishna, I am offering you this nasty thing. This is all I can do. Please accept it. In other words, the devotee never thinks, oh yes, Krishna has accepted. That's not how the devotee thinks. The devotee is thinking, please, Krishna accept it. Yes, Krishna will accept it if there's love. But the devotee always thinks humbly. You see my point? He never thinks, come on. I've offered things now for Krishna every day for the past 20 years. I'm set. Goodbye. Where's the TV remote? No, the devotee has to think always in the humble mood that maybe Krishna will accept. Maybe. And if he does, Haribol. All right. So the whole thing, how did Arjuna do this Haritoshanam? Fighting on the battlefield. And I was speaking before about Yudhishthira. Bhishma was telling him, you will please Krishna not by rejecting the kingship, but by doing it. That's what Bhishma was telling him. Because Yudhishthira was thinking, because one of his questions to, I think, Vyasadeva or Krishna was, okay, I'll accept the throne, but how will I be protected from future Maya? And Krishna was trying to tell him, no, don't worry about that. Just do your duties. And it took Bhishma to tell him, this is Krishna's plan. This is how you will satisfy Krishna. By doing your because the world needed the whole purpose so that the world would have a devotee king. That was the whole purpose. No other purpose. Krishna wanted the world to be governed by a devotee. Like that. So by doing your prescribed duties for the satisfaction of Krishna, there you go. There's your perfection. All right, let's continue. Tasmat ekena manasa Bhagavan satvatam pati Srotavya kirtitavyascha Deya pujascha nityada. Therefore, so again, Sutta Goswami is coming to a conclusion. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should what? Constantly hear about, glorify, remember, and worship the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees. We see this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. But those who are not, their intelligence is many-branched. Bahushaka hianantascha. So, one pointed attention. I was speaking about this the other day in New Dwarka for the benefit of the kids, because they know this language. LeBron, Tom Brady, they have this one pointed attention, but not for the absolute truth, for football and basketball. But they have this one pointed attention. They're obsessed. They're obsessed with becoming what is called the GOAT. That's a phrase, the GOAT, greatest of all time. So they do hours and hours of sadhana. What's their sadhana? Bouncing a ball or throwing a ball for hours. We should have the same kind of one pointed attention when it comes to hearing about, chanting, remembering, and worship. We should be like that, fired up, fixed up, become obsessed with devotional service. Why? He's the protector of the devotees. Like Lord Nrsimha. When devotee is in trouble, immediately, Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev! When I was in New York Temple, 55th Street, that was the code word. Because the temple had a group of 4 black-bodied devotees. They were the Kshatriyas of the temple. So sometimes the temple would be attacked by hooligans. So the temple had 13 floors, and it had a public address system. So the devotee's name was Trilokeshwar. And as soon as there was any disturbance, he would shout, Nishringadev, Nishringadev. And these 4 devotees would get out of their devotee clothes, put on army fatigues, nunchucks, and they would come to save the devotees. I've seen it firsthand. These guys, these were the guys I hung out with. They were my best friends in the temple. I was smart. Hey, get on the side of the strong devotees. But that was their service, to protect the devotees, because sometimes people would, I will tell you, one time in that temple, I entered the temple room. Somebody was sitting on Prabhupada's Vyasasana smoking a cigarette. I was like, what? So I immediately went and, hey, we got to, and the guy was like talking to himself, sitting on Prabhupada's Vyasasana, smoking, and he was talking to himself. He was taken care of. Nothing happened, but he was removed from the temple. Because that New York City, that's a crazy city. There are all kinds of people walk in the streets. Okay, let's go to the next verse. Yad anudyasina yukta karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kuvidastasya ko na kuryat kataratim. Okay, Kamlesh, this goes back to my other point. With sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work, karma, by remembering the personality of Godhead. Therefore, who will not pay attention to his message? So we have a sword also. It's called remembering Krishna. That is your sword. Let's continue. Shushro shoshadadanasya Vasudeva kataruchi Syan mahat sevaya vipra Punyatirtha nishevanat. O twice-born sages, by serving those devotees who are completely freed from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. So, in a previous verse in this section, Sutta said, whatever occupation you're doing, unless you're getting some taste for the message of Bhagavatam or Krishna, you're wasting your time. So here it's telling you how to guarantee that you will get a taste. Here it is, serving pure devotees who are freed from all vice. No illicit sex, no intoxication, no meat eating, no gambling. Free of all vice. So those are the devotees you want to serve. In ISKCON, we at least have Srila Prabhupada, or you have your spiritual master, but everybody's serving under Prabhupada. We're serving Prabhupada, and we know, according to this, serving Prabhupada means great service is done. So when you do any kind of service for Srila Prabhupada, great service is being done, and you should be getting an affinity for hearing the message of Vasudeva. Everybody say that beautiful name. Yes. So you should be seeing that you want to hear and chant. If you're doing nice service, the symptom will be that you want to hear and chant more. Let's continue. One of my favorite verses. Srinvatang swakata Krishna Punyasravana kirtanaha Hridyantaksto hi abhadrani Vidhu noti Suritsatam. Now, in the third line, the word abhadrani. Everybody see? So, the root word is Bhadra. Bhadra means auspicious. Subhadra, maximum auspiciousness. But Abhadra, inauspicious. But look how Prabhupada translates. You don't have it there. But if you were to look at the synonyms, because this word appears throughout Bhagavatam, Prabhupada sometimes translates it as inauspicious. But in this verse, very interesting, he says, everybody say, Abhadrani, desire to enjoy matter. Very, very telling. There is your inauspiciousness, that desire to enjoy matter. I was speaking on this the other day in New Dwarka. That there's two things in this world: devotional service and enjoying matter. So, the desire to enjoy material things, that's your inauspiciousness. You want to be auspicious, right? Everybody wants Ashirvad, right, from the sadhu. That's what it means. The sadhu is not there. Yes, may you enjoy nicely. No. The sadhu's blessing is, may you lose your desire to enjoy matter. May you become free from that material entanglement. All right, this verse, please repeat. Shri Krishna